Oh, of Sim. Not familiar with this. That's a weird Linux distro, right? This is called Linux IRL. How are you, man? It's been a long time since we toxic. Sure. Waiting for our oil to start smoking, which we're there. So again, remember, hot oil, hold away from yourself, chat.
User trooper underscore ish says, lots of open source on the way though.
Okay. Lots of open sauce on the way, though. Yeah, lots of open sauce. You are right, my friend. You are right. Can't hear it over the frying.
User trooper underscore ish says, the mic went mute. User trooper underscore ish says, back.
The mic went mute? Okay, sorry. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just speaking too soft today.
User trooper underscore ish says, when you did the chicken check or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Not ready yet. We can move. Chad, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. The tea is starting to catch up with me. I will be right back. And I will wash my hands first.
User Trooper _ ish says, you were bent over the cooked one. Like the chicken whisperer or something. But we didn't hear the secrets you were whispering to the chicken. User Trooper _ ish says, wash hands first. User Trooper _ ish says, thanks.
No burning pee-pee. So I figured out what the issue is. I'm using Nurse Lucy's microphone and it's got the windsock in it, which softens everything. So now you should be able to hear me perfectly fine.
User Trooper _ ish says, is the second chicken ready for its flip?
Down
User
just a little
Trooper
bit.
_ ish says, and yeah, you are clearer.
Just a little bit. Cool. So yeah, that's what it was. My bad. That's just about ready to flip. The oven is ready. Okay. So what I was doing earlier is I was brushing. I'll let you hear the crispiness. Oh, probably should change the focus. Yeah, I was trying to let you hear the crispiness. All right. So I'm going to go full barbarian with this and just use my hands, because why not? Lay this on kind of thickly.
User trooper underscore ish says, yay hands. User trooper underscore ish says, lay it on real thick.
Not sticking as well as I hoped for it to stick.
User trooper underscore ish says,
We will make do with what we have.
yeah. Rub it in mastic. User trooper underscore ish says, yeah, that's some chicken action.
I know, even though he and I tend to not get along very well, Phase Loop, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's Arab. I know he's Middle Eastern or some sort. I believe he's Arab. Maybe he's Persian. But I wonder if he has ever eaten this or made this.
Spread them wide, bathed them in oil, and rubbed your sauce into it.
Lay it on real thick. Oh, love it, master. Action. Well, somebody's got to be poked. I was so happy to hear that Pete was so busy that he was swamped. You know, good problems to have when you own a place to eat and you've been suffering with people not coming in to eat. Good problems to have.
User trooper underscore ish says, happy to hear him busy the other day.
That's the best we're going to get. I put a little butter in here. So as the butter melts and stuff, hopefully it will slide in there. I can feel the spice. A little bit of spice that was in there. I can feel that in my fingers.
Says, hopefully he saves enough over the summer.
Doesn't kill nurses.
And a
or it's the
staffer
sumac,
zero
probably.
over the next winter.
I'm hoping so. Hoping so. Serves it. He's going at it. So, all right. So, put it in the oven. Back of my fingers. Right. Top rack.
User trooper underscore ish says, does
the spicy food usually infiltrate through the skin?
Yeah,
if you have really spicy stuff and you have wet hands, so like I just washed my hands and then touch spicy stuff, yeah, you would definitely feel it. Or at least for me, I definitely feel it in my fingers or, you know, hands and stuff like that. All right. Got a little bit of washing to do. Before I do that, cover this oil.
User trooper underscore ish says, yuck. I don't
like spicy stuff really.
Really.
I like spicy stuff, but yeah, if you have like wet hands, like spicy activates in moisture. Capsaicin really activates in moisture, so any of your wet tissue or mucous membrane, it'll definitely get you. All right. What we're going to do, we're just cooking this because I can give this to the girls, but it's already cooked. They can pick at it, or I can pick at it because I also working for my food.
User
Well,
trooper underscore ish says, gotcha. Hence the eye
yeah,
paint.
hence the eye paint. So I think what we'll do, I think I'm just going to be lazy with the paflutsky, and basically we're just going to make noodles with it as a side. The beans, I'll make some rice as well for the beans in case Nurse Lucy doesn't want this. She could have the beans as a beans and rice as a side. But that's going. Let's see. Okay, Google, go ahead and set a timer for 15 minutes. Set a timer. Like nothing's playing right now. No shit, Sherlock. Gemini. Gemini. You know, the thing about this oil that you guys can't smell is this was fresh oil and I used it to make some French fries. And it just smells like French fries, like really good potatoes. It smells so good. So I'm wondering if the chicken is going to have some of the French fry flavor in it. All right, so let's switch over. Switch over to the full cam. Do a little bit of cleaning. A little bit of cleaning while we have the time. Get the nudes. So.
User trooper underscore ish says that Dutch oven must have a dirty
Dutch
bottom.
oven must have a dirty bottom, yeah. You know, those Dutch are almost as bad as the Germans. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff. Not kink shaming. Just sharing me some interesting stuff. Dirty Dutch.
User trooper underscore ish says, I don't like the European toilets.
Don't like the European
that
toilets that have a shelf
to present your stool for your perusal.
Yeah, kind of weird. That was a thing that I did run into in, not in Paris, but in one of the outlying towns in Toulouse, southern France. There was a shelf toilet, and I was just like, or commode, sorry, French. I'm like, weird. And not only that, but it's like, now I need extra water just to flush it down because the number 2 flush didn't get everything off the shelf. Like, what's happening? It's like, why would you do this? Who's into this? Why are Europeans weird? But the coolest thing that Nurse Lucy gets to experience the Japanese toilet tech now. And hopefully she's really sold because we have a bidet in our bedroom, our restroom in our bedroom. but it's low tech. It's all actuated by water pressure, and we have high water pressure, which is great. But having like a you know, electric bidet, and sense when you're coming, warms the seat, dries your butt for you, and all that stuff. It's like once you experience that, it's like, why are we not why are there not bidets mandatory everywhere? Nothing cleans like water. Two, why are we in the United States, the richest, most quote-unquote tech-savvy country in the world? Why don't we have that
for
everywhere?
more pressure?
Yeah. Well, the problem is that we have actuated off the cold water.
User trooper underscore ish says, pressure hose
Yeah,
that
pressure
booty
hose that
hole.
booty hole. And sometimes that cold water, so cold it hurts. So she's not getting to experience the real, unadulterated experience. Yeah. But literally, sometimes the water is so cold that it burns. You know, like if something's so hot it's cold, and something's so cold it's hot. Body just gets confused, like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why are you attacking me? And we have very high water pressure, so that doesn't help. We have our chicken bowl. Oily. Okay, Google. Timer.
User
Guys could smell.
trooper underscore
So
ish says, I never understood. A separate bidet to TA toilet. Seems like one would have to walk between them.
yeah,
And I don't fancy that.
that I don't understand. There we experienced, or I saw one in Paris. Didn't use it. But yeah, that was kind of weird. Like I get it, get why you would have that, but it doesn't make sense. Like for instance, particularly if you have one restroom, someone say had to take a dump, somebody had to pee, like say
User trooper underscore ish says, embrace Japan, build
yeah,
it
right,
in.
exactly. Like I could see if, like for instance, you have one restroom in your place of residence, someone with a vagina uh, needed to pee, well, you could just use the standalone bidet. They'll be fine. While some two people are got to take it. I'm done dumping. Very clean hole, I guess. Like I could see it. Just seems very inconvenient. Don't be lazy. Be American. Just build a big house and have multiple restrooms. Yeah. House we have. Technically, we have half restroom, full restroom with a tub, two vanity sinks, a toilet. Upstairs,
User trooper underscore ish says, like the Pentagon, with
needed.
double
Yeah,
the
basically.
restrooms needed.
And then we have in the downstairs living room area, we have a restroom that has a toilet and a note. In our master bedroom, our vanity is separate. Toilet in room, vanity 3/4 bath, full bath, half bath, half bath. I guess it's 2 1/4. 2 1/4 bath, whatever. However the math adds up. But basically 3 toilets, because I told Lucy, I was like, I hate having a place with one restroom. Not possible.
User trooper underscore ish says, just to double check, it is a social folks pass. To use the hand sink. As a bidet, just checking.
Absolutely a faux pas. So there's an interesting thing that some of the Japanese toilets, particularly in homes, izakayas, small, cozy places, what they do is they have a toilet, instead of having a separate sink, you have a bidet toilet on the top tank. Has a little sink for you to wash your hand. Basically, it primes that for your butthole. Fresh water for you. Do a regular flush.
User trooper underscore
hand
ish
washing
says,
water
having a
uses the gray
sink
water
on the
for that.
top of the cistern would be cool.
Yeah. And so a lot of, because again, space is a premium in Japan, especially in like Tokyo and the cities. So a lot of places of residence, like small, cozy places on top, or they'll think on top of the tank instead. And so do your business, flush, and then up, and then down and wash your hands. That same
User
area.
trooper underscore ish says, but there should be limits to innovation.
Fair. Fair. Also in Japan too, and there's some places in Europe like that, the restroom is considered a dirty, like the toilet is considered a dirty area. So it's usually cordoned off. Go into the restroom. They have slippers to go into the restroom there. Anything else except for going into the restroom and so instead of you having to put on your shoes and stuff like that, or your dirty hand here in the dirty sense. Probably more of a cultural clean, not clean.
User trooper underscore ish says, don't combine the bidet, hand washer, shower,
Well,
and toilet all in one.
in a lot of
There
Asian
should be
cultures,
limits.
particularly like in Japan, they have the concept of a wet bathroom. So you soak. Soaking is like one of those things that you do. So you take a shower before you soak, or you wash your body before you soak in the bathtub. Get your body clean before you go in the bathtub. So the whole bathroom area is usually tiled with a drain in the floor because it's meant to be wet. So you could splish splash the bath if you want. When you're taking a shower, you're literally just taking a shower in the room to like wash your body and stuff like that. It's something that we have here. So like we first hosted our exchange. Like that shower doesn't take a bath, but they were trying to shower. But they had to close the shower curtain so it wouldn't get water everywhere. Had an exchange. Olia knows. It was either Daisy or but the problem that they had is that closed the shower curtain, but they didn't tuck it into the bathtub. So as they were taking a shower, it was just running off the side of the shower curtain onto the floor. Now there's like, oh crap, floor is flooded. Crap. Handle that one because I'm a man. So I don't want to be accused of anything. Like, I think we have a problem. I have to handle that one, Liz. But yeah, hilarious. Both cases was hilarious. Just like in China, there's a lot of places, like in most places, you can't flush toilet paper in the toilet. Some of our exchange students like poop. They would put it in the waste basket that we had. Poop in the toilet, but toilet paper. Put that in the waste basket. That's what you do in China. Like, oh no, you can flush that. What? I was like, yeah, you can flush that. I was like, isn't that bad for the pipes? I was like, our pipes are made to actually handle.
User trooper underscore ish says, Athens Central does not have sewers large enough for paper.
A lot of China's infrastructure, sewer infrastructure, doesn't have the capability of handling toilet paper. So it's like we can handle solid waste, but don't put paper in there because you will clog it up. Buildings where
User
20-story
trooper
buildings,
underscore ish
you don't want
says,
to mess up their pipes.
fatbergs are still formed by wet wipes though.
Yeah, so in the United States, the whole wet wipes, oh, they're flushable. Yeah, technically they're flushable, but they're not meant to be. Our systems can't handle it. Okay, Google, stop. So yeah, so that was a big thing that was causing a lot of sewer issues. Like, oh, you could just flush them, and everybody got into the wet wipes. It's like, you know, there's a thing called a bidet. It's better.
User trooper underscore ish says, paper will disperse, but wet wipes don't.
Yeah. Gosh. Let's what our temperature. 5, once testicle, 89, 100. Okay. Our Cornish hen is cooked. Turn the oven off and leave it in the oven
User
for
trooper
carryover heat.
underscore ish says, they haven't outlawed the flishable marketing label applied to all of the wet wipes. And even some nappies.
Yeah, here in the United States, they can still sell them and they still can call them flushable, but you'd have to check with your municipality if they, some can now, because they've had to go back and redo the pipes because of clogs and stuff, but tell people flush those. Like, I don't want to poop. Buy them. Haven't outlawed the flush. Exactly, yeah. I can't believe freaking diapers, though. That's crazy. But that's also a thing that we have with people. Feminine hygiene products down the toilet and not supposed to be flushable. They've never been flushable. But like, oh, you know, flush it. And it's like, why would you do that? Like, I understand some things happen. Sometimes things slip. You drop them, and I'm not sticking public toilet. Like, you would do it for your phone. All right. So that's in there for carryover heat, drying. Almost off. Then start working on other things. We can assemble qAquí. Birthday. You got a gun. You got a gun. Where are you, Tammy Reese? It is the regulator. I go on vacation. That's what I go on vacation.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hi, yo. Yo, yo. Excuse me? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I tell you one thing. If 9/11's were to happen up on this here plane, don't worry. We got this.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's saying that if them Terrys is gonna try something up in here today like the bounce boogie and bump, that we got this shit on lock.
Do you mean terrorists?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. He ain't talking about Terry God.
And I certainly ain't talking about no Terry cloth. I mean, if a Terry up on this plane even thinking about trying to do something, we gonna wax him up.
You're gonna what?
We gonna Drax him sklounced.
I think what my partner's trying to say is if any Terrys come up in here, we gonna get our Bergeron.
Did something happen, or did I miss something? Is hypothetical, or?
Oh, we gonna definitely drop some hypotheticals on that Terry's clavicle, because I'm talking about squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Don't you just wish so? Don't you just wish in your heart of hearts some Terry would come up in here trying some grab ass and the touchy-feely?
That's the opposite of what I want to have happen on a plane.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Conference.
This is unexpected.
Certainly was. I'm thrown right now as to who's gonna be our comrade.
I can still hear you.
He doesn't have the heart nor the gumption.
You're literally right next to me. So.
On 3, break 3.
Yoo-hoo. I got an idea. Feel free to say no. But can we switch seats? I will not take no for an answer.
Why?
That's the combat seat, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. If you're gonna be in the combat seat, then you got to be willing to blast up on some Terrys. Because with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, I just wanted some leg room.
Okay, Max Legroom, you get yours. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go Hayden Pantinieri on some Terrys, especially when they get froggy.
Ribbit, ribbit.
You gonna have to be ready to kidnap a Terry.
You're gonna have to be ready to torture a Terry.
I don't think that's necessary.
Absolutely, you have to fireboard those mother jammers.
I don't even understand what that means.
Do you trust me?
No.
I'll take that as a yes.
User trooper underscore ish says, get
These
froggy.
Terrys come up in here trying to act froggy.
Then we gonna give them the rainbow connection.
Yeah, froggy.
Boxcar.
Oh, you best believe it, baby. We gonna be eating like Diane Keaton. 2.36 inches, baby.
Shift wax.
Perfectly league well.
And if those don't work, you know I'm working up that plan B, brother. You have a gun? Hell yeah. 3D printer, baby. 100% polyurethane. They can't detect these mammal jammers.
That's what. They have a weapon! They have a weapon! Who got a weapon? These guys got a weapon!
Where you at, Terry?
Everybody relax! We taking control of this plane! We have no time to be taken!
The guy on the right is the ringleader! Drax. Sklounced.
Hey, Ron. Froggy, froggy. Froggy, froggy.
All right, listen.
Get the joke? So you got the joke? Oshag Hennessy? O'Shaughnessy? So yeah, so basically, because he taught in the inner city, bodied head over here. He taught in the inner city, he mostly taught black people, and they have very creative names. So like, for instance, Jacqueline, a lot of times we have J-A, it's Ja. So like Jaqueline, like I was telling you, like Jamarquise, stuff like that. So Jaqueline, Jaqueline, A.A. Ron.
User trooper underscore ish says, yeah, I
So-
get it.
So yeah. My favorite is Oshag Hennessy. Like who? O'Shaughnessy? Just because Gaelic names are freaking wild, like Sean. You mean Scene? Right? Seamus? You mean Seamus? Sinead O'Connor?
User
mean
trooper
Sinead?
underscore ish says, there are
Yeah.
odd names.
O'Shaughnessy. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's a continuation from the. Actually, it's a skit from when Key and Peele were both on Mad TV before they got there. But it's a continuation after the NFL draft names. Okay. I probably need to actually add some hot water first, huh? Yeah. Me. Add some boiling water first, sir. Tennessee.
User trooper underscore ish says, that pastor gonna be raw. With
Gonna
no
be raw,
water.
raw. You're right. You're right. You're right. Raw, raw. To that going. I do rice. Also,
User trooper underscore ish says, hold my water, I'm going in dry.
I mean,
Single quote.
fair. That's fair. Like, wow, this is very crunchy. Very good. Like it, love. Specialty. Rice covered in butter. Are you yodeling, crowing over there? Crow about.
User
Oh.
trooper underscore ish says, all dentured.
Aldinator. Yeah, right. If you can hear it. Crowing. Back. All the damn day, girl. Oh, did you guys ever see the correspondence dinner where he was actually was Obama's
Honestly, what they say
finger
doesn't
translator?
bother me. I understand we've got an adversarial system. I'm a mellow sort of guy. And that's why I invited Luther, my anger translator, to join me here tonight.
Luther.
User trooper underscore ish says, Obama had a lot of charisma. User trooper underscore ish says, oh, that was that guy.
Yeah.
In our fast-changing world, traditions like the White House Correspondents' Dinner are important. I mean, really?
I'll show you where this comes.
Why am I required to come to it? Jeb Bush, do you really want to do this? Because despite our differences, we count on the press to shed light on the most important issues of the day. And we can count on Fox News to terrify old white people with some nonsense. Sharia law is coming to Cleveland. Run for the damn hills. Y'all's ridiculous. We won't always see eye to eye. Oh, and CNN, thank you so much for the wall-to-wall Ebola coverage. For 2 whole weeks, we were one step away from the Walking Dead. And then y'all got up and just moved on to the next thing. That was awesome. Oh, and by the way, just if you haven't noticed, you don't have Ebola.
User Trooper
He's not even going to be there for the
says,
correspondence
"Oh
dinner.
Lord,
Appreciate the
Trump
work
is
that you do."
outlawing journalists and whistleblowers."
Y'all remember
And
that
the lady
big
that was
old
going to do
hole at
the
bottom of the Gulf of
be the
Mexico?
comedian for
And
the
then
correspondence
out
dinner,
dropped
they
that. Remember that? Which
basically told her,
Obama's Katrina
you know,
was that one?
no, don't
Was
worry
it
about it.
19 or
But
what was it, 20? 'Cause I
2
came
weeks
out
ago, they were like, yeah, no, don't even worry about coming.
Protecting our
You're not
democracy
invited anymore.
is more
Like,
important
she
than
is the headliner. She is
For
literally
example, the Supreme Court ruled that the donor who
person.
gave Ted Cruz $6 million was just exercising free speech. Yeah, it's the kind of speech like this.
That's what
I
happens
just
when you
wasted
have
$6
a
million.
fragile ego.
And it's not just Republicans. Hillary will have to raise huge sums of money too. Oh yeah. She gonna get that money. She gonna get all the money. Khaleesi is coming to Westeros.
Rice, nudes going.
Watch out!
Start working on the
Woo!
mint.
The nonstop focus on billionaire donors creates real problems for our democracy. And that's why we're running for a 3rd term. No, we're not. We're not? No. Who the hell said that? But we do need to stay focused on some big challenges, like
Three
climate
tablespoons
change. Hey, listen,
oil.
y'all, if you haven't noticed, California is bone dry. It looked like a trailer for the new Mad Max movie up in there. Y'all think that Bradley Cooper came here because he wants to talk to Chuck Todd? He needed a glass of water. Come on.
Light vinegar,
The science is clear.
coconut vinegar.
The science is clear. 9 out of the 10 hottest years ever came in the last decade. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I do know how to count to 10. Rising seas, more violent storms. You got mosquitoes, sweaty people on the train stinking it up. It's just nasty. I mean,
Grab some mint.
Look at what's happening right now. Every serious scientist says we need to act. The Pentagon says it's a national security risk. Miami floods on a sunny day, and instead of doing anything about it, we've got elected officials throwing snowballs in the Senate. Okay, I think I got it, bro. It is crazy. What about our kids? What kind of stupid, short-sighted, irresponsible bull? Whoa! Hey! What? Okay, no, hey. What? All due respect, sir, you don't need an anger translator. You need counseling. So now I'm out of here, man. I ain't trying to get into all this. Go.
User Trooper_ish says, "I like the role reversal."
Right?
Luther, my anger translator, ladies and gentlemen.
User USSJ2 Irija says, "Lol, oh this one."
This is two, and then we pick up stuff.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. I just want to thank you for your continued faith in my ability. That's my anger translator, Luther.
Whoa! Yeah! What's up?
But I want to wish my opponent, Mitt Romney, well. He ran a good campaign.
Take that back to the lab, Mitt, because you lost.
Now, we move forward with pressing issues.
We're going to pass healthcare again. Now what, bitches?
While we had huge turnout from our faithful supporters,
Thank you, black folks. We made it to 2 elections in a row, man. Now, how hard was that?
all your votes were crucial in this victory.
White people who voted for me, you're all now honorary black people.
So thank you for your support.
And you if you tried to me. I mean, you know how much money they tried to spend to get rid of this? Millions, son. I said millions. But you couldn't get rid of a Oh, no. Yeah, can't touch this.
Luther, Luther, what I tell you, no hammer dancing.
Yeah, I'll play that one.
We won. Let's do it, dog.
No,
Pretty
I
pertinent.
told you, I don't want you doing it wrong. You gotta get it right. If you're gonna do it, God bless America.
That's right, that's right. Say it, Joe, say it.
Now, I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this.
Risk.
Good night, and God bless.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, shit.
Yeah, it felt good.
Thank you.
Felt good. Oh, I'm blowing up. Good job. Hey, sweetie. Yep. All right.
User
Bo did what?
trooper_ish says,
Rolled over and
face
barked.
tattoos are
That's
a very bold
fascinating
move.
talk. Look,
Yeah, if you've got a face
have to
tattoo,
run 'cause
you
I'm
have
busy.
given up.
I am very busy. I mean, damn. Why don't you just call me the next time you take a dump? Damn, girl. I'm trying to leave the free world up in this bitch.
Nope, that's Luther, sweetie. That's my anger translator. Yeah. No, I think he was talking to his wife. Okay. Yes, I will definitely watch the new Tyler Perry movie when I get home.
Are you out your mind? After a busy day, dinner is all I need. Please don't make me want a grown-ass man and a goddamn dress.
I love you, sweetie. Goodbye. Luther?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't need your services during my personal stuff.
Oh, Luther, come on, man. Stay up out the man's life. Stay up out the man's personal stuff.
Did you say Shaklaika?
So sometimes I get mad. I just go, Shaklaika. If I'm tweeting, you better be reading. Follow my ass on Twitter.
User Nurse Lucy says, what did I miss? 4 hours in.
A lot of things, but you know, we making it, doing it. Do this. What is it? Do this song and then we'll do the. I was
User trooper_ish says,
Barack Obama.
missed Froggy's theme.
Let's go on Donald Trump. Like everything that they accused of Barack Obama of potentially doing, Trump's basically doing. Froggy's theme, yep.
I'm the head of the motherfucking state, nigga. I brought you change, nigga. What the fuck you thinking, nigga? I will die, I'm the shit, that's what Michelle said. Secret Service, but I got my own See, Hillary, that's my
User
motherfucking nigga.
Okay, Google.
Froggy1887 says,
What's on the timer?
Mrs. Mastet is HERE.
Okay, Google. Stop.
In the 6'4", bending corners, my nigga. Got a main bitch, got a mistress, a couple daughters, I'm so hood rich. My staff go hard, leave me smoking. I pass bills, free shawty, no joking. Hey, what I stand for? Change, nigga. I'ma die for this country, man, I swear to God. In the trap with some killers and some hood niggas.
I'm for a few
Where you
days.
at? Where's your trap? You ain't hood, nigga. Keep this shit 300, put that shit on my hood. Crips fucking with me, G's in the vice lord. Essays in the Miko, freestyle off the dome. President Baraka, fuck a flame, it's fucking on. I'm the head of the motherfucking state, nigga. Bringing change, nigga. What the fuck you thinking, nigga? I won't die for this shit. no
User
matter
Nurse
what they
Lucy
say.
says, Hey
Secret
Froggy.
Service, but I got my own escape. See, Oprah, that's my motherfucking nigga. We hang in the shower with them hit squad killers. Oprah fuck a flame, one hood ass nigga. Riding real slow, bending corners, my nigga. What's up, pussy nigga? What's up, punk nigga? I got on that nigga, make your mama's mama get you. Hope you got your killers with you. Hope you got your
User Froggy1887 says, Hey Mrs. Mastet, how are you? User Nurse Lucy says, Also, is that my Cornish hen?
put a nice suit on and got some marijuana. 8 years later, George Bush was a goner. I run the military, nigga, if you want
It is your Cornish hen. It's only two of them.
long ass speech and put your ass to sleep.
User Nurse Lucy says, Tired. Lol. Also procrastinating.